technology, you're terrifying.
Really good.
It
Isn't
seems
that the
to
case?
it seems to be able to hear you. It's doing all the liney things.
Yes. But now the important thing is my liney thing as big as your liney thing?
Looks like it.
Awesome. And hopefully my beard is not in the way. Although what we
We
can do is get the whole spatulas or hook them to the things next to our face in case this is
I
too far
told
away.
you that would be an amazing thing.
I do not think that we should do the whisks
I
though.
was just giving a
Yes, but
suggestion.
the whisks would have the potential of metal going clang, 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 clang. Because if we touch these, I'm pretty sure it would be a bad idea. Yes. But figure do this initial just conversation, not necessarily about books, but just so that way we have a recording. You see how it is. Mess around with edits, figure it out. If there's any technical issues, like all I could hear from you whenever you're talking is rustle, 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 rustle.
Because of your beard.
Because my beard is like.
Well, I mean, don't do it on
Well,
purpose.
now that we're talking about it, you know what it sounds like, so you're not like, wait, what is that thing? No, we know what it sounds like because.
Whoa, hey, 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 animals. No, 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 no.
All of the animals, all the time, with
Yeah,
them here.
there's literally all 6 of them right in this little corner right now.
That means we'd also be able to hear if they're just rattling around with their
Oh, you
collars
mean
and tags and bells.
get a range of how sensitive the sound is?
Yep. Do we have to lock them in the master bedroom, or can we have them wrestling next to us as we do this?
Well, I mean, Luna's gonna obviously mommy her way through the cats and dogs. Anyways, all right, so initial recording. What are your goals with regards to doing something like this podcast with me? I know what my 3 things are. What are your 3 things?
To get at least one person to read The Wandering Inn. That's my first goal. Because really, if it clicks, it is amazing. It's a unique experience.
What's your second one?
Um, have fun chatting with you because I like talking with you, and so us talking about books is even better.
Fair enough. And your third?
My third would be to utilize this time as a way to get my vocal intonation and exuberance out correctly in the same way that I'm able to do with body language. Because I don't know if I'm doing it quite right now.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't know. I just have fun. Just see what happens.
That's my first one. I'm so my first one is I want to have fun.
Mhm.
I am so I've lost that part of myself from being a mom for so long that it's like guilt to have
Fun.
time. Like I spent hours writing earlier today, and it was one so therapeutic to just write because I haven't been able to sit down and just write for so long.
Yes.
And I, it's like I just it's fun, and I would like to do more of the things that I think are fun. And one of the things that I do is I read books and I like to talk about them. My second thing is you and I talk about books all the time. And while I'm not very good on tangentials anymore because of the medication, we still have really fun and sometimes very funny conversations around books. My goodness, are they wrestling?
They're going
Wow.
to town. He's making sure that she does not get to just take a break.
I can see that. Cloud.
She walks away. He's like, pounce. That's just the right pouncing distance.
And my third is that if there is one thing that I find lacking in the book conversation communities
Yes.
is
Now we can see how this goes.
yeah, is diversity in the books that are discussed. Because you either have people that all they read is fantasy,
Romantasy.
yeah, or all they read is smut, or all they and there's
Are they
nothing.
dragon riders or dragon riders?
Oh, Ryan. Oh, but that's what I mean is that it's or they only read cozy mysteries. Like it's something where there's no one that they read a lot of different books and I read a lot of different books. And I don't care who I talk to about the books that I read. It's just I can't have all the conversations with people online because it's you have to go to this particular book community to talk about this book and you have to go to this. I just want to talk about books
Mm-hmm.
and find my people who also read more than just one style of book or at least want to talk about more than one genre of books. It's like, yes, I do read a lot of fantasy and a lot of sci fi, but within those books, I read a diversity of authors, of when they were published, and things like that. And I'm not reading today's top 10 editor picks off of Goodreads. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
And I want to find my people to talk.
Like there are times though
I know,
where
Io. I
popular
wholly
books.
agree with you. Popular books sometimes, while great that they're popular, just not always the best. I agree.
Well, I mean, like a good example would be Dungeon Crawler Carl.
God, that book is so hard to say.
Like it was a niche book when you and I read it, like
Yep.
super niche, and now it's on the New York Times bestseller list.
Which is insane, but also wonderful, but also kind of, oh dear.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's super cool. Like we have a signed copy of that book.
You talk to the author.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so cool to see how far that book series has gone because it is I have my gripes with the most recent book, but as a whole that book series is so good. It's so thought provoking. It made me cry
It,
at points.
it hits the right tones of humor to serious to funny to
It does what Marvel can no longer seem to be able to do.
the DCU.
MCU.
No, the Dungeon Crawler universe.
Oh, DCCU.
Yeah.
When you say DCU, I'm like, do you mean DCEU or MCU and you forgot that it was an M instead of a D?
No, I just was changed
You were
one
trying to
letter.
be clever, I see.
Yes. It is a plague upon me. I am unable to stop the cleverness.
Oh, you can stop it and go right into annoyingness
That's
very
just
easily.
that's just cleverness squared.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
But no, it's a fun thing. It's a thing we could talk about.
Yeah. But
And
that's
see,
what I mean is like we've read all of those books and I know, I mean like total hipster style. We read them before they were cool. But also we read books that are no one I know of has ever heard of them.
and we love them. Like they're some of the better books I've read in my life.
Yeah.
Some of them. Some of them are just filler books.
Kind of like Perfect Run right now. It's like,
That one is so incredibly popular, but like
I'm.
comparing it to Mother of Learning.
Oh, that book is good.
Yeah, Mother of Learning just it was.
Well, not just no. Let's compare it to other works that Maxine has done. Maxime has done Vanqueer, and that was incredible. Talk about a fun read start to finish. It had its downturns,
Mm-hmm.
but nowhere near did it make me halt the way that this. I'm at the Mecron fight, by the
Yeah.
way.
I
We'll
think that's
talk.
about where I stopped. I'm just like, I don't care anymore. And I stopped reading it when I was first trying it out. But on that note, if you wanted to, there is another series by Maxine J. Durand called Apocalypse Tamer that we can get the entire 3 or 4 book series for 1 credit if that was interesting to you.
Not at this point. I have a
Okay.
few other books that I wanted to go through. I
Yeah.
wanted to get past like the first chapter in Shop Mort or Mort Shop
By Mort.
by Mort.
Yeah. Um, I stopped about halfway through, not because I was trying to stop, just because it is a somewhat pessimistic book, and I was wanting more of an optimistic book. But I definitely wasn't stopping because I wasn't enjoying it. I was enjoying it. It's just, okay, let me take a break real quick because I want to not just be happy, but like have fun. Yeah. So,
You like that bubbly, chaotic kind of story.
yeah.
I don't mind it being a little pessimistic. You do.
I, yeah. I mean, for too long, because then it starts affecting me, and I'm just like, blah.
Yeah, you do let your books affect you.
So now I'm back to one of the series that you enjoyed until the incident Beneath the Dragon Eye Moons, which to
Oh
me was that I was like, wow,
no!
this is so cool. I've always wanted to like have this happen. And you're like,
Mm.
it ruined the book. And I'm like, no, it changed the book, but then you get to experience after the thing, which granted is not to like book 7 or 8 or whatever, but it's cool.
See, for me, the reason why I don't like that is because I got invested in the story as it was.
Mm-hmm.
I got invested in the world as it was. I had no problem with 100-year skip, a 200-year
I was
skip.
trying to allude to it. I guess we're not going to publish this one, are we?
Well, I mean, we can always cut this section out. It's fine. But
A 10,000 year or 20,000 year skip.
when the incident happened, I'll take it from here. The reason why I have a problem with the Dragon Eye Moons is because, with regards to quote unquote the incident, I felt like all of the investment that I had put into the world, into the characters, was for nothing. I, as a reader, felt like the author slapped me in the face and called me a fool and went, neener, 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 get over it. Here's where the story is actually going now. And for me, that was a bridge too far. And
Sure.
so I just,
I wonder if you pick it up again at some point in the future where you've lost that close attachment and you can kind of start the story after a pause and be like, okay, it's not quite as like, yes, the character lost this, but you're kind of starting again fresh, but get to see that story that you saw initially and how it impacts the world all this time later. And that's the thing I found fascinating. That
I think the only way that I would pick the series up is if I went into, is it the seventh or the eighth book? I
yeah,
think it's the
something like
eighth
that.
book. I think Return to Remus is the seventh book.
It's the one.
And it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I would go into that book as if I were starting a fresh series
Mm-hmm.
and I was having to catch up with the backstory of the characters in one way or the
Mm-hmm.
other. Um, I would have to do the, you know, you think you know but you don't
Yeah.
kind of a mindset where it's a brand new book series instead of book 8 of a series. It's book 1 of this
A
journey.
brand new series. Yeah.
And I just, the incident, because of the
It just didn't jive
scope
with you.
of it,
Yeah.
I didn't, and I get why. I understood why the author did what they did, But
And obviously they've been planning it for a while.
yes, in retrospect, you can tell. But that does not make the ire I felt about it
Less.
any less.
Yep.
It just is once bitten, twice shy. And while I appreciate the skill that Selkie has with regards to his writing, I don't trust him as an author.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between what the incident did and an author doing their own different version of the incident
Sure.
and it changing it changing the entire thing. And like sometimes authors pull those incidents off very well. But in this instance, I did not feel that I was respected as the reader with the severity of the incident.
And
That's my thing.
and I disagree because I thought it was super cool. And I'm like, oh, I've never seen somebody do this before. And it's a new exploration of the world and the repercussions and everything else. And I was fascinated by that. Like, I'd never seen somebody do it quite like this. And I'm like, cool. And then the following books, seeing the after effects and everything else, I had a lot of fun with that.
I know, and like I said, it's a me problem. I have no you enjoyed it. I know dozens if not thousands of other people enjoyed it, and so it's a personal problem.
Yeah.
But um yeah, I just as a reader, my style of reading, I don't like that. Cloudpaw agrees with me. And after all, he was a good boy for agreeing with grandma.
Yep.
And so, but yeah, it's just one of those things where now, you called it the incident, so we can't really give away what that was talking about.
No, but also I have to be going back to work in a minute.
Oh no.
Gasp. Look! Testing out the microphone in different ways.
You know that probably isn't going to make a difference, right?
I don't know that.
All right, quit the voice. I don't like
Okay.
it.
I love you. We can hit the pause button now and we could